Well, since Rock's baby left him, well, he found a new place to dwell. Well, it's down at the end of Jabroni Drive at...
Now we open up with a shot of Elvis, which can only mean it's Screech's house.
Hey, Screech, I cannot believe your parents are really leaving us with the house for 4 days.
Gee, I wonder if Elvis is going to get all shook up.
It's a dream come true.
Hey, you have to hand it to NBC on this one. And that is that actually constructed living quarters rather than recycle one of the kids' bedrooms to pose as their own.
Really?
I can see the polite police has showed up to ring the doorbell instead of breaking and entering.
Or else.
Like Mr. Rogers says, it's a beautiful day in the sitcom neighborhood.
Or else.
What's even more ironic is that it's Zach Morris with the kind gesture.
Don't worry about a thing.
He's about to say Miller time when he hears that Screech's parents will be out for the weekend as they head to Graceland.
Enjoy yourself.
Oh, thank you, Zachary. I'm just so glad my Samuel has a friend as trustworthy as you.
Screech's parents, formerly known as Elvi, or Elvis's fans, are so obsessed with the king that they plan on staying at the Heartbreak Hotel, which does not exist, but more of a state of mind.
Or else.
Don't worry, Motel 6 will leave the light on for you.
Oh, thank you.
We meet Screech's insane old mother, Roberta, threatens to give Zach 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready, so Zach don't.
Zachary, be careful with the king. Elvis is not a toy.
Don't you step on my porcelain dude.
Oh, I'd just die if anything happened to it.
You can do what you want, just don't step on my porcelain dude. As Roberta is about to leave the building, she gives Screech and her hound dog extra wet, sloppy kisses.
Oh, my little man is all grown up.
She is just dancing to the Jailhouse Rock as she wants to give Zach some wet ones as well.
Oh, no.
Afterward, she lays down her ground rules to the boys, in 12 parts, of course.
What? Oh.
If there's a gray area in there somewhere, then I'm sure the Hardy Boys here will be sure to stumble upon it if they had more than 22 minutes, though.
136 says no girls. Rule 137 says no party. Screech.
Hey, look, just leave him alone.
Later at school, Slater hears of the news and wants in on the slumber party.
So we can't have a party, big deal. But we can still have some fun. We'll do, guy stuff.
I mean, it's only 3 girls. The most that could happen is holding hands, consuming gallons of cola, while belting out karaoke tunes to dawn, or at the very boringest, lightly snuggling while watching movies.
Yeah.
I heartily call that rocking the cradle of love.
It'll be great.
It's more like a dead man's party.
Here goes, Screech.
So their excuse to not hanging out with the girls after school is, well, guy things.
Let's all go to the movies tonight.
Sorry, girls. It's guys' night in.
Now, I've been around this merry-go-round called childhood, and I never mentioned to any of my guy friends of doing anything that constitutes as guy things.
Men doing men things.
I'm just trying to put my finger to the pulse as to what guy things guys do at a sleepover.
And no babes.
Well, excuse us.
Is it more like this? Or maybe...
I'm bored. Do you want to do something?
Yeah, sure. What do you want to do?
Do you want to play Monopoly?
We do meet one of our few recurring regulars, Violet and Bickerstaff, who gets Screech's motor running.
Guys, Violet just waved at me. What do I do?
She is played by none other than Aaron Spelling's favorite little entitled princess, Tori Spelling. And even though she will later on transition to what will become the next hottest teen show in Beverly Hills 90210, her acting doesn't get any better than this.
Hi, Samuel. Stop drooling. You don't want her to slip.
It must be nice to have a rich father spoon-feed you success.
Always loved the mating habits of worms.
How's that turning out for you these days?
Are you experiencing financial troubles? Are you able to, pay your bills? This show will obviously give you some money in your pocket, right?
Interesting.
Tried to see if she wanted to kind of dispel the rumors, but she got
very testy.
Sucks to be you.
And overwhelmed with life. I feel so responsible for so many people, and I can't do it. The responsibility of having to take care of so many people financially. My dad wouldn't have wanted this.
But now, for the villain of the hour, Violet's boyfriend, Maxwell Nerdstrom,
Violet Ann Bickerstaff.
who treats her like she's some stock option.
Hi, Maxwell.
I buy you this gold-plated pocket protector and I find you conversing with another man.
Looks much too old to be a student, but more like a university. Who is missing his dean of students, or was left out of his casting for Munchkinland. If it's been any other teen show, we would be more triggered than we are right now by his appearance and demeanor, but we're not.
And the biggest creep, the way he treats her. Yeah.
It's because he's not doing anything more pig-headed than Zach or Slater haven't already done up to this point.
Just remember, you're my squaw, and that means you don't talk to any hunk but me.
Maxwell's outraged that Violet has got the hots for a man who has to hire a stunt double for close encounters of the sexually inadequate kind because he has trouble firing up his pistons.
I usually dream that I'm on Gilligan's Island. Surrounded by beautiful girls, but none of them talk to me. I want to tell you, that's not a dream. That's your life.
Jesse tries to battle him off with retorts of feminism, feminism, equality, equality, until Maxwell, the mailman Malone, delivers one right on the spot.
I know exactly what you need.
True, he's out of line, but I'm beginning to like this guy.
You tell him, honey.
He's a fast mover.
You tell him, honey.
What's funny is true at this point. Jesse could punch, maim, or mace him, but given all sexual assault in Saved by the Bell is shrugged off as merely child's play, so she does nothing.
You tell him, honey.
At the max, Violet has made up her mind that she's through with Maxwell, even though he had her on a choke collar just a moment ago.
I just dumped the dweeb. I was tired of being treated as a nerd ornament.
The womenfolk encourage Violet to pursue Screech and shrugs that off, saying he can have any gal he wants, whom just sounds as delusional as Dustin Diamond is behind the bell, or Aaron Rodgers, believing he has one more Super Bowl left in him with the Green Bay Packers.
We have just entered the Twilight Zone.
The gals get curious and want to head over to Screech and find out what guy business they're up to. What in the name of Fresh Prince of Fashion Fads is this? Guys dressed up in their Joe boxers, doing their own rendition of Jingle Balls, has me cowering behind the couch in terror. True, this is the first time NBC actually licensed an actual song to use in the series, but boy is your time way off on this one, as Marlon Brando would describe this as the horror, the horror. Okay. Yes, the show was going for more of a risky business parody, but ended up with Barney Eyes version of it. For one, Tom Cruise was rocking out to Bob Seger's Old Time Rock and Roll, a song about listening and wearing what you dig, being free from the bondage of your parents, if only for more than a week. Here they're dancing to the Beach Boys' Barbara Ann, a song merely used for filler and honestly had no merit for the Beach Boys and serves no merit for the show other than to feature young boys in tidy whities that I'm about to go blind.
Oh yes, we loved how you all moved. Oh yes.
Oh, yes.
Right, girls? Ba, ba, ba.
Come on, this isn't Magic Mike. I won my Say by the Bell. They go even further to mock them until they knock over Elvis.
Looks like the king is dead. Again.
Well, they did say Elvis's last greatest hit was on the bathroom floor, so this must be an omen. After break, Screech has checked into the SmackDown about this statue.
Come on, Screech, it's just a stupid Elvis statue. Now, how important could that be?
But, wait a minute. What in the name of Houdini does Slater hold in his possession? Seriously, folks, are you not pausing this on your remotes? Statue, completely intact. Why are the writers so blind to the concept of continuity, or do they not see where we are coming from? His friends show no support or remorse in the broken statue, which leads to another pink fantasy.
Lisa, you don't understand. My mom said she'd die if anything ever happened to it.
When Screech is touched by an angel named Mom, whom has a symbiotic connection with the statue, and probably choked on a banana peel the moment she felt it hit the floor.
I told you I'd die if anything happened to my Elvis statue.
More wet, sloppy kisses ensue.
I forgive you, Samuel.
Followed by doing a horrendous Elvis impersonation.
Thank you very much.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Is this the boy got you all shook up?
Yes, they're angels. Yes, they have wings. Angel Roberta and Angel Elvis Belding plan to go to the Spirit in the Sky, where they're going to dance on their blue suede shoes until they die.
We gotta be going now, Roberta. I'm giving a concert for my mom at the Pearly Gates. I'm singing live, if you'll pardon the expression.
Then it ends as it concludes yet another pointless dream sequence that does nothing but shame and ridicule.
Goodbye, Samuel. And say goodbye to Hound Dog.
The next day, Zach Morris vows that they will find another statue, despite the fact that Slater just snagged the replacement from the prop department a few scenes ago.
Yeah, right. Where are we gonna buy another one before my mom gets home?
Come on, Saved by the Bell crew. Open your eyes to what you're filming. Violet later apologizes for breaking the statue. Screech denies her having any wrongdoing, but it was the girls' bad dancing that had caused Screech to get caught in a trap where he can't get out. But he loves her too much, baby.
Oh, that's so sweet of you!
She is overjoyed at the news, but this only confirms the fact she is still nothing more than a manipulative, crying whiner to someone capable of having them under her special to do with as she pleases.
Gee, too bad.
Lisa turns up and notifies Screech she found an Elvis replacement statue for $250.
Oh, please, no claws.
Problem is, Screech does not have $250.
Where are we gonna get $250?
We need to find somebody rich and quick.
If you were a credit card, Lisa, you'd be American Express, because no one can accept your spending limits.
You blew it, babe. Don't try crawling back.
Maxwell returns, demanding for his puppy to come hither so he can take his little pet out for a walk.
Violet and Bickerstaff.
Zach Morris hatches a plan to retire Maxwell Nerdstrom like Social Security.
Ugh, I wish someone would teach him a lesson.
Oh, we're gonna teach him a lesson, all right. $250 lesson.
We cut to Screech's house for poker night because how else are you gonna raise $250?
Ladies and gentlemen, name of the game is 5-card stud. Some say they named it after me.
Rather than sexual harassment lawsuit, which would be much swifter.
Maxwell, you sure you've never played poker before?
Well, maybe once or twice with my mummy.
Maxwell puts on the poker face, claiming he has never played poker before, and the gang falls for it. Hook, line, and seizure of most of their money.
Full house. Read 'em and weep.
What?
Oh, man.
Zach is pretty much standing up on one leg now, down to his final hand, and attempts to corner Maxwell to ante up the rest of his share.
Zach, you can stop letting him win now.
While he raises them, Screech's dog, Hound Dog.
Why don't you bet the mutt, Morris?
You can't bet Hound Dog. Screech, it's a sure thing.
He can't lose.
Now, possible animal cruelty is in progress as the dog is used as leverage in a bet that Maxwell approves.
You guys sure? Okay, Zach, do it.
Zach lays down a hand of 4 queens, while Maxwell lays down 4 kings.
Wow, 4 queens. That's the best hand we've had all night.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Until now.
Which would have poker enthusiasts stupefied because there is no way 2 players could have 4 of a kind in the same hand.
What?
Hey, since when does Saved by the Bell give a rat's patoot about continuity, fashion trends, music, sports, rules of the game, hell, anything? What we do know by now is that Slater is holding the spoiler alert statue because apparently he didn't get the memo that they wouldn't be filming the final scene until after lunch, you sleepyhead. Yeah, the dog is now owned by Jackie Gleason.
So long, suckers.
Some bitch.
Screech. Screech, I'm sorry.
Exhibit A, Dustin Diamond's constipated face. Naturally, Roberta has a 6th sense and phones in at the boy's moment of ineptitude and failure to check in on the well-being of Hound Dog, and Zach Morris does a horrible Scooby-Doo impersonation. But then again, this mom is so batshit crazy that if you told her today's the day the Publishers Clearinghouse Prize Patrol will be coming to your neighborhood, she will be out on the front yard putting in some last moment subscription orders for the cause.
Hi, Hound Dog. Mommy misses Zoo. Does Zoo miss Mommy? Oh, good.
Back at the locker room, Maxwell enjoys gazing at himself in the mirror, wishing he could clone more corruption, slurmy image.
You can get suspended for breaking a nerd.
Then, for some reason, Herbert the Pervert Belding happened to be loitering outside the locker room.
Hey, what is going on here?
No, he's not a creepy guy. Just a guy who makes ordinary conversations much more interesting.
Nothing, sir. Maxwell's nerd alarm
went off by accident.
It's sensitive.
Yeah, well, that's not what it looks like to me.
Zach and Slater avoid an assault charge of their own on one condition, and that is Maxwell gets a date with Jesse Legs Spano.
Hey, Maxwell, why didn't you turn us in?
There's something I want more than that mangy mutt.
How about a lifetime pass to the Hollywood Earwax Museum?
Tempting, but I'd rather swap the dog for a date with Legs.
We return to the Max, where the Bayside Gang is throwing a house party fundraiser in order to buy back the Elvis statue at a price of a $10 cover charge.
See, it's not so bad.
Back in our day, we always showed up to random parties to students we didn't know, nor didn't care what the price it was, as long as it said P-A-R-T-A-Y. Because I'm a kid. I gotta.
Hey guys, how's the St. Screech's Tushy Fun coming?
Great, we almost have enough for the statue.
Smokin'!
Hey, buds, write your shindig, eh?
They break the news that Jessie is forced to go on a date with Maxwell. That thrills her to no end.
Oh, no. I refuse to go out with that post-nasal drip.
Don't worry, Jessie, you'll have plenty of time to dab into hate sex with your alter ego, Know Me Later. It will be so bad, it will be unpleasant, because she makes mad love like an electrocuted psycho. The party is jumping with Maxwell coming in with his sugar baby, who looks like she is fueled on sex and anger.
Just get the dog so I can lose Mr. Toxic Waste.
Is this a Nomi Malone coming out party? In due time, folks. In due time.
Chill, okay?
I'm chill.
Maxwell refuses to give up the dog until Jesse can feel the magic in his hands.
I'm no fool. If I give you the dog now, then Spano splits. Come along, my tall treasure. Let's rock her till we drop her.
When Maxwell touches and rubs you the right way.
Hey, I hear once you go geek, you never go back.
Oh, that got my gag reflex in motion. Jesse's Dance pretty much is a spin-off from the Ronda Robustelli School of Dancing, which involves letting your body flow free like a mad bludgeoning device while others duck and cover.
Help me! Save me!
They raise enough money to buy back the statue and send Slater out when it's dark outside, and no store owner the wiser has ADT security installed, because sometimes a Rottweiler is not enough. Since everyone in the Saved by the Bell universe are gullible morons, Maxwell believes he found a better kisser than Violet.
What? Where's the dog?
I'm a man of my word, Morris. However, a date officially ends with a goodnight kiss.
Yeah, well then kiss yourself and go home.
Screech then parks Maxwell to the curb that you kissed the damn dog.
What a woman.
You kissed Jesse, you kissed my dog. Get out of my head.
Oh, that Maxwell, he's quite the girly man killer. I'm guessing insert fetish for dogs is his weakness, and makes a run for the exit. Screech finally asks Violet out, and like Whitney Houston tenure in singing, they want their one intimate moment in time.
Oh, Sammy, you're such a stud muffin. I didn't know I was your girl.
Neither did I. Would you like to be?
However, the audience doesn't lose it here. I'm guessing they were out of their wacky tobacco.
Oh, I thought you never asked.
Wait.
Roberta returns home, runs to the nearest point of entry, back to sanity. Zach is more than prepared as he rigs a happy anniversary sign.
Happy anniversary! Happy anniversary!
She somehow believes a group of teenagers she doesn't know got together to go through all this trouble to celebrate her anniversary. She must not be Sesame Street smart because she's operating at a kindergarten level.
Wrong with the statue?
There is?
Yes. Elvis likes to face the kitchen so he can watch me cook.
Slater QB sneaks in the statue from prop storage, and Roberta frets about getting Elvis's good side of the porcelain statue so he can watch her cook.
Now let's boogie on down!
Honey, you ain't nothing but a corn dog. Fantasizing all the time. With that said in mind, thank God this experience is over and yours truly is about to leave the building.